Even on a Celtics team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Malcolm Brogdon might be my favorite player to watch on the Celtics. That's a bold take, but it highlights just how effective Brogdon has been in his role off the bench this season. Throughout the season, Brogdon was the runaway favorite for the 6th Man of the Year award, but now the odds are in the favor of Emmanuel Quickley. So in this video, I'm going to build a propaganda campaign for Brogdon's candidacy, and also break down why I love his game. First, we can look at Brogdon's success shooting the three. His three-point shot was a little inconsistent during his time with the Pacers, partly due to an increased role that came with more shots. But this season, he's knocked down threes more efficiently than almost anyone in the NBA, shooting 44% from behind the arc on about 4 attempts per game. When Brogdon was asked about his improving three-point shot during an interview with The Athletic, he thought he was less run down, saying, "When I was with the Pacers, I had to do a lot. I had to run the show, I had to guard the best player. Here I don't have to do that. I don't have all the responsibility. I have a role to play, and I specialize in that role." Looking at the stats, it's also due to Brogdon simply knocking down more wide-open catch-and-shoot three-point attempts. But the nice thing about his game is he's far from relying on the three-point shot, as his ability to handle the ball and finish around the rim or knock down a mid-range jumper is impressive. With his ability to hit shots at all 3 levels and make a good percentage of his free throws, Brogdon's shooting splits are elite. Of course, there's also the playmaking aspect of his game, as he averages 3.7 assists, better than or equal to the numbers of his 6-man contenders. Add in some okay defense, and you've got a really good all-around player. Brogdon coming off the bench this season has added a completely new dynamic to the Celtics team. He's able to come into the game fresh, hunt down a good shot opportunity, and make a couple baskets, which is a huge boost at the start of the game. Unsurprisingly, he leads the league in total points off the bench by a wide margin. Talking about Brogdon after a win in January, Joe Mazzulla summed up his impact really well, saying, "I think when he plays at a certain pace in that second unit, and it gives us that spark, we play even faster with that second unit. His dynamic has been really good for us all year." I think a recent win from this week against the Raptors really sums up how good of a player Brogdon is, and his shot chart highlights how he can score by any means necessary. Here Brogdon enters the game and gets the ball at the top of the key after a rebound. He's able to put the moves on Fred VanVleet, create an open mid-range shot for himself, and make it. Here he drives to the hoop and makes a tough finish look easy, and here he attacks the gap in the defense, pump fakes the big man, recovers, and lays it in. But what's great about Brogdon is he's not afraid to pull up for a 3 when the time is right. He knocks down a 3 off a clever screen, and shortly after, he just pulls up for 3 in a fast break and hits it. Fast forward to the end of the third, Brogdon just drills a fuck you 3, and then with the game tied in the fourth, he hits another quick 3 off the screen. Now also feels like a good time to expand on Brogdon's shot from inside the arc. He's one of the most efficient shooters from the 10 to 16 foot range and the 16 foot to 3-point line range, and it makes his offensive game a lot more versatile. Like here where he blows by VanVleet and hits a mid-range floater, or on a fast break where he comes to a stop and hits a mid-range step back. And just for good measure, here's one more tough layup. All around, it was a really impressive game from Brogdon. There's a lot of great candidates, but really the 6-man race is going to come down to 2 players, Brogdon and Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks. Quickley has had a fantastic breakout season in his own right, including 4 separate 35-plus point performances and playing good defense. But it's important to note that all of Quickley's best games have come when he was starting. As you can tell by this high-quality graphic, Quickley's splits when he's starting and not starting are very different, as he averages significantly fewer points and assists on worse efficiency. Meanwhile, all of Brogdon's 67 games have seen him come off the bench, and even if you look at both of their stats across the season as a whole, Brogdon averages more points, rebounds, assists, and better shooting splits in slightly fewer minutes per game. So I think when it comes down to it, Brogdon has just been the better player this season. With the playoffs right around the corner, Brogdon's impact is really going to be felt. When teams make substitutions, being able to bring in a player like Brogdon who's rested and can score the ball is a huge advantage. In a tight series with an opponent like the Bucks or 76ers, Brogdon could very well be the piece that puts Boston over the top. That's going to be it for this video. I'm hoping to put out more NBA and Celtics related content soon, so I'd appreciate it if you subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next video.